Okay, there's a big difference between Red 13 in the real FF7 and Red 13 in the fake FF7, right? When I talk about my mother, I'm full of pride and joy, ooh-woo. And that's fine. What do I think of my father? Sussy Baka. This game's filler has filler in between. How? So in the original FF7, there's a character called Red 13. But he was just basically too cool, okay? In Rebirth, they made him the way they always wanted to make him.
Oh, so it's like that.
Everyone's a winner.
But couldn't due to hardware limitations. Get ready for this.
Are you ready to ride?
Come on, come on!
Cool it.
How can I? It's...
Remember when this used to be Red 13? Now, I guarantee you that literally no one in 1997 who saw this character, who saw this picture, or who played this game, pictured that Red was like that. 100% of people who played OG FF7 had a different voice in their head for Red. That's who he is, alright? Now, since this is the fake FF7, let's go back to seeing how they portray him over here.
Whoa! I got this. Pretty good, right?
You're a pro. Hey, you're gonna drool on the seat.
Thank the Lord that those pesky hardware limitations are no longer in place. Finally, we can see how Red was meant to be in 1997. Isn't that great? Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. Was Sid Highwind getting a character assassinated not enough for you? Welcome back to hell. Again, this is also a bit of a character assassination, all right? At no point in the OG, to my memory, is there any mention of Red, like, slobbering and drooling all over the place. But now there is.
Close call.
I need to cosplay as the Godfather and just be like, look what they done to my boy. I'm working here. Spaghetti and the meatballs.
What's up?
All right. This doesn't leave the ride, okay? It might sound crazy, but back in Midgar, Aerith and I could both see the future.
Well, that would explain a lot. I'm guessing you can't anymore, though?
Nope. Not even a bit. Whatever we had, I think the Whispers took it from us when we left.
Huh.
Seems Arbiters of Fate can do whatever they want.
So you told us.
Oh, did I? Huh. I wonder if this means we'll eventually forget they even exist.
We'd be better off if we did, frankly. There's no point in wasting our time worrying about fate if we can't change it.
You're right. Still, there is one thing I need you to remember. You have to keep Aerith safe. I mean it, Cloud. I don't remember what's supposed to happen, but I do know she's in danger.
Here we go. Get ready.
What?
Shake on it.
They are soft.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget it.
Yep, that just happened. Really look at that. Really look at how horrifying that is. It's nightmare fuel, isn't it? It's like this might be one of the worst images I've ever seen, and you're damn straight this is my profile pic in one of my Discords. And guess what? It looks even worse than that in ultra slow motion. Don't you look away. Oh, that is just horrifying. Don't you worry, because it's gonna get even worse than that. Listen to what Cloud says after this. Remember, we're on a date.
They are soft.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget it.
The furry influence. The last influence I expected. The last thing that should have been combined with FF7. And yet here it is, and here we are. I'm so sorry. But now that you know that, you can't unknow it. So, here's a little shot-by-shot comparison of a scene he has in the inferior OG, and then let's look at how they improved him. So one thing to notice right now is that this is a military ship you're on. You're all dressed up as Shinra soldiers, and you're trying to sneak to another continent, and that's all you need to know. Let's go. Now that over there, that is Red 13. He's trying to blend in, all right? He's trying to not get caught. But yeah, as you can see, he's struggling to stumble around on two legs. Now, I don't think he talks to him in this playthrough, but if you talk to him, he says something like, "Oh, it's tricky to stand on two legs, but I think I can manage." So. Now, as you can see, he's gotten himself far away from everyone else. He's all on his own, and he's practicing standing up. He's trying to learn how to blend in so that he doesn't blow your cover, so he doesn't give you away. Let's see how in FF7 Rebirth, they improve that scene. Let's see how that scene was meant to be in 1997, but they just couldn't do it due to hardware limitations.
In battle, we are finally ready to crown the winner of tonight's tournament. I present to you...
Not so fast, good captain. I've yet to show my hand. Two legs? Nothing to it.
What a twist! At the 11th hour, a bold new challenger...
Now, there's always going to be people who say that, like, oh, you know, he stumbled around on two legs in the OG. See? That's exactly the same. There's no difference here. Actually, there's a very big difference, right, between him going off in private and trying to figure out how to blend in so he doesn't blow your cover and get all his friends killed. There's a difference between that and him moonwalking out in front of the entire ship, hundreds of witnesses, drawing as much attention to himself as possible just to say, humans, two legs, nothing special, and then fall around. Okay, there's a big difference between Red 13 in the real FF7 and Red 13 in the fake FF7, right? Massive, staggering, overwhelming, comically hilarious difference between these two things, all right? Also notice that, like, it's no longer a military ship. Now it's like a carnival tourist cruise ship, which is also lame and soy. Is this the millennial writing everyone was talking about? It is, which means apparently it's infected Japan as well.
And is our man of mystery a contender?
Another thing also is that in the original, in the real FF7, notice all the Shinra soldiers have masks, which gives them a sort of stormtrooper feel to them. Well, the problem is, if we have masks on Shinra soldiers here, then Aerith and Tifa are not going to look as hot when they're in their soldier uniforms, and we need to, you know, the gooning, them, you know, we got to make it for them. So this also makes no sense. So now Red 13's face is completely uncovered, this massive wolf thing. Everyone can fucking see what he is, and no one says anything. In fact, you know, on this point, while we're here, I'm so sorry you had to witness that, but look, this is important.
Rude, you mind? This your first time?
Right, now I wonder whose faces they are, completely uncovered. Let's see, we have a girl who literally the entire government is trying to hunt down. We have Cloud, who's basically one of the biggest, most infamous terrorists in the entire world at this point. And who else do we have?
No scout, no service.
Alright, thank you for that, Rude. And we also have Tifa, the woman who Rude literally has a crush on! So he's in love. So, alright, so he's in love with her. His government's trying to track her down, and he's also trying to catch the biggest terrorist in the world, and Rude is one of the highest ranking members of what is the equivalent of the FBI and the CIA in their world. How unbelievably incompetent does this make him look? It sucks! So now we go to Cosmo Canyon, alright? Now don't criticize that buggy's graphics, alright? In 1997, they were beautiful to me, damn it. This song is amazing. At the time, many of us would just leave it open here and just have the music playing. I'm home. It is I, Nanaki. Nanaki, you are home. Come and say hello to Bugenhagen. I think that's, I don't know, that's a voice I'm giving him. Nanaki. Welcome to Cosmo Canyon. Are you familiar with this land? Let me explain. People from all over the world gather here to seek the study of planet life, my brother. Why are you gay? I am sorry, it is full now. I cannot let you enter. They helped me when I was on the road. Please let them in. Is that so? Then please come in, my brothers, even if you are gay. Who is Nanaki? Nanaki is Nanaki. That is his name. Now this song is just fantastic. It's just a magnificent piece of music. Oh god, that hit. And this seems like a very, like, modest, you could say, like, hippie town. It's sort of like a pilgrimage site for many people in the world. They go there just to get away from it all. Get away from the cities, the Shinra. This is Cosmo Canyon. Quite a mysterious place. I heard there's an awesome observatory here. I'm walking here. It's almost like if, I don't know if Burning Man's the right comparison, but it's like if one of those big hippie festivals just kind of came together and made an entire town like this in the Grand Canyon. It's just a magical idea. It's great. With a very Native American feel to it as well, as you say. Here is where I was. I mean, this is my hometown. My tribe were protectors of those who appreciate this beautiful canyon and the planet. My brave mother fought and died here, but my cowardly father left. I am the last of my race. Cowardly father. Yes, my father was a wastrel. And so the mission I inherited from my ancestors is to protect this place. My journey ends here. Nanaki, you're home! Coming, Grandpa! Don't chase, this is my real voice! Good timing. Let's take a breather. I got stuff I want to find out too. Something to take note of. Look at the sky here. It's like dusk. Or whatever it's called when the... or sunset. Whatever it's called when like the sky is red like that. And this is the only sky you will ever see for Cosmo Canyon in the entire game. Even when you're on the world map and get here, the entire sky will change to this color. You never see it in day. You never see it in the daytime. At nighttime, sure, but only for one scene. This was crazy back in the day in like 97. There was nothing else in a video game like this. It just felt like you were running around inside a painting. Cloud, this is my grandfather Bugin. He's incredible. He knows everything. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! No, we're not going to do that. But yes, he does say ho ho ho. We don't really need to translate into whatever. We'll just give him a David Attenborough. Okay. I hear that you looked after Nanaki. Nanaki is still a child, you say? Please stop, grandfather. I'm 48. Nanaki's tribe has incredible longevity. You see, his 48 years would be the equivalent to that of a 15 or 16-year-old. 15 or 16? Both those Final Fantasies were terrible. I know. He's quiet and very deep. Sorry, let me get that last line. Sorry. He's quiet and very deep. You thought he was an adult? Grandfather, I want to be an adult. I want to grow up and be able to protect you and the village. No, Nanaki, you can't stand on your own yet. To do that now would destroy you in the long run. Reaching up into the heavens, threatening to snatch the very stars from the great city of Midgar. You've seen it, haven't you? Well, that's a bad example. Looking up makes you lose perspective. Now I'm jumping on the table. When it's time for the planet to die, you'll understand that you know absolutely nothing. When the planet dies? It might be tomorrow or 100 years from now, but it's not off. How do you know this? I hear the cries of the planet. What is that? The sound of the stars in the heavens. When this goes on, planets are born and die. What was that? That was a scream from the planet. Didn't you hear it? As if to say, I hurt, I suffer. They have come here on a journey to save this planet. Why don't you show them your apparatus? To save the planet? Ho, ho, ho! But then again, I guess it wouldn't hurt to show him. Bugenhagen. Oh, no, I'm a child. Several odd-looking people are here. The whole place has gotten busy all of a sudden. He brought friends. He brought friends too. I'll go get them. Cloud, please call one of them. Only 3 people can fit in Grandfather's machine. Right. Don't worry, my machine won't run away. Go find your friends. And scene. Let's go see how FF7 Rebirth improved that scene. Now, first of all, right off the bat, this is where they screwed up in showing Cosmo Canyon in the daytime. It just should never be shown in the daytime. I mean, I'm sorry, it's just true. This looks better. There's a reason in the OG you'll see it at sunset, where the sky is red. You'll see it at nighttime, but you never see it during the day because it just isn't as impressive or majestic. Second of all, if you're going to show it in the daytime, please figure out how to do daytime lighting, because it just looks like I'm looking through a cloud of washing powder here. Like, you can't, this looks shit. Anyway, let's continue. Buckle up, buckaroos, because here comes Red 13's real voice.
Hey, guys! It's me! I'm back! Nanaki? I can't believe it. It really is you. We were so worried. Welcome home.
Whoa!
Now, why don't you go pay your respects to fellow Bugenhagen? Come on. You can let them through. They're good people. I promise. After all, they're the reason I'm here.
What in the hell was that? Hey guys, it's me. Who?
He's such a softie.
Real quick, gotta check something. An airship dropped these on us this morning. Wanted posters of the terrorists who bombed those reactors. But I think we can say you had nothing to do with all that. Even if Nanaki hadn't vouched for you, it's obvious.
Oh yeah, Cat Sith Reeve changed the wanted posters.
Welcome to the Sanctum of
Good job,
Planetology,
me.
Cosmo Canyon.
Wow, well that was underwhelming. Yeah, no, let's look at that was the reveal, guys. That was the reveal of Cosmo Canyon.
Sanctum of Planetology, Cosmo Canyon.
Wow, it's shit. I mean, here's the thing, right? This would just look infinitely better if it was never in daytime. If it was like in perpetual sunset or nighttime and lit everywhere by large flames. So let's take that. Now let's see, which has more atmosphere? This? Or these? Now, yes, I know this is 140p, but look, there is like, even through the 240p glorious high fidelity of this, you can still see the artistry of this. You can still see the very deliberate use of coloring. As I say, there's a reason in the OG you never see Cosmo Canyon during the daytime. It's sunset or it's nighttime, because that is where it has its special feel. This is special. This, if it was higher def, if Square hadn't deleted the original pre-rendered backgrounds, this would look better if it was in 4K. This is just a big old bag of who cares. Another thing to take notice of, right, is that in the original FF7, sorry, the real FF7, Cosmo Canyon is this sort of hippie pilgrimage, sort of spiritual place, and everyone's like dressed appropriately. In Rebirth, however, this is a tacky, gaudy tourist spot where people come dressed in these, you know, business suits and clothes, Chanel dresses, and it's just basically a tourist trap. Yeah. And you'll see more and more of it. It doesn't have the magic of the original. But what they're going for, I think, with these games, you know how Yoshi P said that FF14 is like a theme park, you know, and the story is like a big theater thing that everyone's watching, whatever. I think they're taking the theme park approach to FF7 as well. And the problem is that is a bad model for storytelling. So yeah, but that's the approach I've taken with it. Here it comes, guys.
I was born and raised here, in this canyon. I was to become a watcher of the veil like those before me, until I was taken by Shinra. Now that I'm home and have repaid my debt to you, I plan to serve my village once more. I appreciate all that you've done for me. Thank you.
We're really gonna miss you, Red.
Oh, don't say that. You're only making this harder. I mean, I wish we had more time, but this is my duty.
I suppose it was your duty to act the old man. I wanted you to treat me as an equal, not a dog.
Nanaki! Is that you, my boy?
Coming!
This whole dog thing about Red as well is not really in the OG to my memory either. The one time I remember Red, the two times I remember Red doing anything dog-like in the OG, one is when you step off in Costa del Sol and he's like, my nose is drying up here, I need to go somewhere. And the other time is when there's kids kicking a soccer ball around and Red's there. And if you're Cloud, you can walk up and just kick the ball right into him and he goes, whoosh, woof, woof. Like, that's it. That's like the two dog moments of Red in this entire game. But in here, it's like, I do not wish to be treated as a dog. And then look at his face here. But don't worry, there'll be more of that in this game. There'll be more.
So, was that goodbye?
Hopefully. He sounds like a loser now.
I'm sure we'll see him around the canyon. The real question is, why'd we come here? To learn the secrets of planetology. Come on!
Like, it's not like they haven't put effort into Cosmo Canyon. It's just, it just doesn't quite feel that special. I don't know. It just, I don't know. As I say, my main complaint is just don't do it at daytime. That's all.
Thank you for looking after Nanaki. My name is Bugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. And one could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
It's impressive how it makes Red's new voice just makes every scene he's in completely unlistenable. Completely impossible to take seriously.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Nanaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
That's more than old enough. I can protect our Vale and everyone in it.
Okay, so the argument for why Red 13 has to speak like that is because he is young for his species age. He's 15 to 16, despite the fact that he is 48 years old. Just because he's young for his species age does not mean that he has to sound like Uwu Deku Morty. He doesn't need to sound like the cringe anime meme. It's bullshit. Or something that I finally figured out about people who defend Red 13's appalling voice in this is they think that if you don't like Red 13's "oh hey guys" voice, it's because you don't know this plot point about his character. You don't know that he's young for his species. No. Everyone knows that. I realized what it is. It's because they have anime brain. To them, hearing people be like, "oh hey dudes, ooh deku, kawaii des," that's normal to them. So they don't understand that the reason you don't like it is because of that sound. They think that you don't know he's a teenager, but what they don't realize is you don't like the cringe voice because it's not cringe to them because that's normal to them. That's what it is. It's like anime brain infecting the argument. The other thing they might do is just blatantly lie. They know that you know that he's a teenager for his species. They know you hate his cringe voice, but they pretend that they don't know. They will lie and say that you simply somehow missed this because you're a fake fan who hasn't actually played the original FF7. That's how they'll try and spin it. They've tried that with me, you know, but it's all right. I'm glad they did because I was like, okay, so it's good to know that that's what they're actually going to try. It's good to know that that's part of their playbook. Let's make some shorts and videos about that. Monoko from E33 is a good example of how to do a character who at times can put up a mature front, but at other times can reveal that he's completely simple because he's a dog at the end of the day, you know. And he does that. Notice Monoko's never like, "come here, Verso, help me fight Golgra. Please help me. Oh geez, this is my real voice." Notice that never happens. It's bullshit.
That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them with our own eyes. 2 in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Oh yeah, Bugenhagen has also been rebirthed into an asshole, apparently. Which, you know, I guess he was meant to be in the original, but couldn't be due to hardware limitations.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good.
What a boring place, just like I thought. I want to go somewhere. Where's the materia? Cosmo Canyon. That's where Avalanche was born. Promised the guys someday that when we save the planet from Shinra, we come here and celebrate. Biggs, Wedge, Jesse. Now they're all gone. Died for the planet. Really? To save the planet? We all hate Shinra. But is it right to go on? Will they ever forgive me? Right now, I really don't know. But I know one thing. If I can save the planet or the people living on it, then I'm gonna do it. I don't care if it's for justice, revenge, or whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Avalanche is born again. Motherfucker. Okay, sorry, I could have done that better. Anyway. Hey, I wonder how many years it's been. Gosh, it brings back the memories. Cloud, bonfires are funny, aren't they? They make you remember all sorts of things. You know, Cloud, 5 years ago... It's nothing. No, forget it. I'm afraid to ask. What is it? It feels like you're going far away. You really are you, right? I quite like that. That cryptic thing that Tifa says. Hang on. Sorry, let me just go back there. I learned a lot. The elders taught me many things, etc. Promised land. I'm all alone now. But we're here for you, right? I know, but I'm the only Cetra. Does that mean we can't help? I think this is quite a nice little moment with Eris as well. The fact that Cloud's like, can we help? And she can't even say anything. She just looks away. Long ago, when I was still very small. Sorry, let me do the lines in Red's real voice. Sorry, I nearly forgot about that.
Long ago, when I was still very small, we were all around this flame. No, never mind. I'm nervous.
What happened?
No, it's about my parents. When I talk about my mother, I'm full of pride and joy, uwu. And that's fine. What do you think of my father? Sussy baka.
You really can't forgive your father, can you?
Of course! He left my mother for dead. And when the G-Tribe attacked, he ran off by himself, leaving Mother and the people of Cosmo Canyon no uwu.
Come, Nanaki. There's something you should see.
Huh?
The place may be dangerous. Cloud, will you and one other person come with us? Okay, and scene. Alright, yeah, so that's how his voice was supposed to sound, but it couldn't be done due to hardware limitations. Ho ho, Merry Christmas. Are we all set? Shall we go? Come in. Okay, you lead the way, Grandpa. What, are you crazy? That's dangerous in there. I told you. You want an old man like me to go there first? I'll be right behind you. I almost thought Bugenhagen was going to be a party member at that point, because he walks into you, but no. Now, this is quite a cool, subtle thing they do. Further you climb down, the more the music... Yeah, the lower the music volume gets. Subtle, more and more. You're getting away from civilization, Sonny Jim. It's like, man, where are we going? It never occurred to you that remaking FF7 could make the original game worse? You'd think that would be impossible, right? But somehow, they found a way. So here's where you see the G tribe. Oh wait, well, not really there. That's a strange looking rock. So these things here, these are basically the G tribe. These are like, how would I say, a savage tribe that tried to fight and kill everyone in Cosmo Canyon years ago. But we sort of won. We held them off. But yeah, these are bad people. All right. All right. Let's continue. That'll be important for Rebirth reasons. Believe that. Okay, let's see how Rebirth improves those scenes. So remember how in the OG, that whole bonfire scene, this was an intimate scene just between the party? Well...
Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again.
Shut up, Red. Well, now it's for the whole town. You know, everyone's here at the party. This is the equivalent scene, yeah.
Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
Red, I wish I could forget your new voice, but here we go.
Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like it'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, I just... Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
Alright, thanks for that.
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor. Said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet. She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself with filth. So what? We sit here and theorize while the planet rinses and repeats?
No, we fight, when nothing will change.
That's what I said. I knew you'd see it my way, Merc. Thanks.
What?
Did I sound as awkward as I felt?
You did good. Can't help it if they suck at listening. I got what you were saying.
I kinda wanted everyone to get it, though.
To hell with everyone.
It's interesting seeing everyone just sort of cycle through the same, it's like there's like 3 body language things these characters do. It's in FF14, it's in FF16 as well. 1 is hand on the hip. 2 is the gesture forward. 3 is the arm folding. And I guess 4 is just like awkwardly standing neutral. And once you see that, you can't unsee them just kind of cycling through those motions in almost every conversation like this. That's not like a, you know, a full-on cutscene or anything. Oh, God, I'm gonna need a glass of whiskey for this, mate. And here's the part of the game where Eris basically tells this entire town that she's the main character, and they're like, oh, okay, I guess we all believe you, and that's the scene. Why do they choose to have Kate Sith not on his Moogle in FF7R? I don't know. It's a bad idea. Because Catsith should always be on his huge, big, fluffy white Moogle. In every scene and in every fight, that's how he is in the OG. There's no reason to get him off it. He just looks weak and shit without it. So, anyway, let's continue. Guys, everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet. Eris is about to be the main character of the universe.
So, I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet. One of those ancients. Or, to be more precise, the only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse. If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal. That much was clear.
This really is main character syndrome, just overdrive, but then imposed onto Eris. I mean, like, the whole crowd here, like, why should they believe her? She could just be a crazy person. But I like how the entire town knows, oh yes, she's totally an ancient and we should put everything else on hold to listen to her. Hang on, everyone shut up. We gotta listen to her. She's the main character. Oh no, this random person I don't know is upset. I should totally care.
It's okay.
Thank you, Cloud Uwu.
So my blood's been a curse. But it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life. Friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it. Even if I can't live a normal life.
So sorry. Sorry, Chad, I thought I was in the middle of a really boring scene. Oh wait, it's happening.
Kindness. And try to make the most of what I've been given.
Yeah, we need Raiden from MGS2 to just show up and be like, you're a real egotistical woman. And everybody clapped. And everybody clapped. Now, remember how in the real FF7 and the OG, around this bonfire, it's that anxious heart music? And Eris is not sounding happy there. She's saying she's all alone. And even though she has friends, there's nothing they can do to understand, and in some ways even help. You know, Cloud's like, is there anything we can do? And she just says nothing and looks away. That's a very powerful scene and a powerful moment. But in this, you know, I guess if the audience has main character syndrome, then I guess Eris should have main character syndrome too. Maybe that's the thought process behind this. I don't know, man. Main character syndrome. Main character syndrome. I'll stop. Sorry. And then happy music. And it's all about Eris.
It is time.
In this scene.
Whoa!
Pretty sappy, huh?
She is very pretty. It's true. But pretty doesn't equal good writing or good storytelling. I also feel at night Cosmo Canyon should be better lit. It should, I don't know, have more fires around or something. Like at night you just can't see anything, you know.
So, this is where you've been, Nanaki.
What's up?
There's something of great import I need to show you. And by that I mean all of you. Join me, would you? What did you all think of the...
See how badly lit everything is? Like in daytime it's too bright, and at nighttime you can't see shit. Alright? I should be able to see all of Cosmo Canyon at night, alright? You know? Like, find a way.
They were even moved to tears. It's an overwhelmingly positive reception, I'm happy to say. To stir the human soul is no small feat, and it pleases me to know that the River of Light...
Somehow they found a way to make Cosmo Canyon underwhelming and unimpressive.
Their emotional response into a deeper intellectual curiosity. They have yet to be fulfilled. People are surrounded by cats, dogs, birds, and trees. They know that life is all around them, be it through the birth of a baby or the blooming of a flower. They bear
yes, you settle this in the you settle this in the planetarium observatory, all right? You're repeating yourself. He's old. It makes sense he repeats himself. Notice he's old in the original as well, and he doesn't. I guess if it weren't for hardware limitations though, they would have made him repeat himself in the original.
What is this?
This is a place of deep sorrow, a place where those who have been sealed away are left to mourn their fates.
My turn?
As if I weren't going to already.
Yeah, they've kind of redone the entire area here.
Look out! Sorry, fear me! Got him now!
Alright, thank you for that. Let's just... Then there's all this part. Oh god, this goes on for ages. This goes on for so long, this bit.
What the hell is that?
That is a key.
That is a key!
Huge.
Alright.
Under normal circumstances, I would stress that you mustn't judge a book by its cover. For the Gi, however, they're as fearsome as their appearance implies.
These are the things that killed my mom?
Nanaki, this shall be your first trial. You are to explore this place. Understand the nature of its history.
Okay, will do.
Notice how in the original we didn't have to do this, we just had to kill our way through hordes of undead, savage, tribal demons until we fight a giant face in a wall and then get an amazing scene with Red and his dad. Oh god, this is just, this is the influence of FF14.
Are these altars?
Interesting, because my first thought was, are we gonna make it out of this place alive?
Its decor is indeed the opposite of inviting.
These look like the statue I picked up.
If there is a reason for everything, then one could
Okay.
argue that
Who in my chat just said, it's like they added a cloister from FF10? Of all the things to put from FF10 into this game, they put the worst thing. FF10 is a great game, but those cloister trials are absolute dog shit. They are horrible! Hang on, well, sorry, just while we do this, let's give this the appropriate music. our rancor begins to fade. Marlene, Daddy loves you.
Huh? That's it? Uwu?
Not in the least. There are far more Cloister trials in FF10. I mean, FF7 Rebirth 10 too. Uwu Deku Fest. They Cloister trial. I have no memory of this part because I think as a self-preservation mechanism, I just forgot it on purpose. Of all the things to take from the past, you took the Cloister trials. To be fair, this is easier than the Cloister trial. From what I've seen so far, our anger gives way to calm. It's crazy how well this music fits with this area. But this music should not fit with this area. If this music fits with an area, that means the area is bad. Alright? This music should invoke nothing but the deepest trauma. Alright? Damn, if that don't look convenient. They Cloister trialed this. Oh, God. Bahamut's Cloister trial is the worst thing. That's the worst one. I'd say Shiva's is pretty bad as well. They're all bad. No, they're all bad.
This cave serves as a boundary between our world and that of the Gi. It was vital to them in their plans. Were the Gi to seize control of it, the canyon would be doomed.
And the people.
When the Gi moved against us yet again, a certain watcher recalled this vulnerability.
Huh?
Since time was of the essence, he entered the cave without reinforcements. As he had feared, it was teeming with Gi, ready to descend upon the village. Determined to protect the bay, he toppled from one foe to the next.
And this game is how I got my drinking problem.
Hold on. If there was a watcher who single-handedly saved the canyon, how come I've never heard of them?
For now, you should focus on your own struggles with the Gi. Their malice grows more potent.
Come on. Let's get to the scene.
Hey, wasn't this in Fellowship of the Ring?
Yes! We're borrowing from that too, apparently. Damn.
It's definitely God.
They're taking those hobbits to Isengard.
Oh no, Uwu.
Do not allow fear to take hold of your heart. You are your own master, Nanaki. You and no one else. Never forget that. Look to the crevasse and the gates beyond. Pass through all to complete your trial.
Oh, that's so much more level. That's we just went through a huge area. We just did an FF10 Cloister trial. What do you mean? There's more. Oh, it's a good thing. It's a good thing the G left an ancient bench and an ancient vending machine. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. Truly the work of an ancient tribe. Oh my God. It's just unreal. It's like a... It's incredible what a complete mess this game is. It's just a Frankenstein's monster mishmash of everything. Alright, here we go.
No!
What is it?
Their ire manifests once more. Do not underestimate this foe.
Talk about an axe to grind.
Talk about an axe to grind. Uwu. Kawaii Deku Soy.
Wait, is that seriously... Hang on. Is that seriously how they revealed that boss? That is so much crapper compared to the OG, man. The OG, he's a horror... Remember the OG, how he's a horrifying warped face on a wall? You see that? That's a fucking boss face. Look at this reveal. What the bloody hell is this?
Yo, Grandpa!
Grandpa, this is my real voice, is he? After the death, the ghost of the G like stagnant air. This can't be. That is much scarier. Oh, it's so cool. It's so much easier. Like, I mean, I don't know why you couldn't just remake it like that. You know, the whole hardware limitations argument, with today's hardware, you can make that scene insane. But instead, now that they are unshackled by the hardware limitations of 1997, we get this. No wall, no scary face, just a whirling red tornado of shit.
Their ire manifests once more.
Wow. I actually had no memory of that from when I streamed this game, and now I know why, because it was completely forgettable. How generic. What a boring way to do that, boss. Okay, alright, here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, I cannot believe how long it took to get to this scene in Rebirth. Oh, alright, okay. Okay, let's go back to the real FF7, the good one, and then let's do that scene. And then let's see how Rebirth improved it. This is the warrior who fought against the G. He kept them from taking even one step into Cosmo Canyon. But he was never able to return to town. Look, Nanaki. Look at your father, at the warrior, Seto. That's Seto. Seto continued to fight the G tribe here to protect this canyon, even after their poisonous arrows turned his body to stone. Even after they all ran away, Seto continued to protect us, and he continues to protect us even now. Even now. You thought that he was a coward and ran away, but he alone risked his life to protect Cosmo Canyon. That is your father, Seto. That is Seto. Did Mother know? She knew. The two of them made me promise to keep this cave shut. They asked me to seal it myself and not tell a soul. That we should forget about this cave. Cloud, would you mind leaving the two of us alone? Nanaki, I want you to continue your journey with Cloud and the others. Grandpa. Listen, Nanaki. Cloud says they're trying to save the planet. Honestly, I don't think it can be done. For even if they stop every reactor, it's only going to postpone the inevitable. Even if they stop Sephiroth, everything will perish. But I've been thinking lately. I've been thinking if there's anything we could do. As part of the planet, something to help a planet already in misery. No matter what happens, isn't it important to try? Am I just wishing against fate? I'm too old to do anything about it. This year I'll be 130. That is why you, Nanaki, must go with them. For my sake, Grandpa. I wanted to show you your real father before you left. I'm so glad that you came back while I was still alive to show you. Grandpa, don't talk like that. I don't want to think of life without you. Well, I've had a long life. Grandpa, you must live. I will see to it. I'll see to what's happening to the planet, and I'll come back to tell you. Nanaki. I am Nanaki of Cosmo Canyon, son of the warrior Seto. I will come back a warrior true to that noble name. So please, Grandpa. That's Seto. Seto's... Seto. Father. It's such a simple, beautiful, intimate scene and so well executed. It's just every element of that is perfect. Visuals, music, the dialogue is great. I wish if I was playing this I could kind of like take my time with the lines a bit more, but I'm working with a YouTube video here. I got to keep up with the pace that he's hitting X essentially. But it's just fantastic, that scene. It's memorable for a reason, and I think it's always powerful every time. Let's see how Rebirth improved that scene.
The Watcher of the Veil fought valiantly and offered up his life in defense of our home. As you see, he still watches over us to this very day.
Wait. Is that... Setto? My father? No, there's no way.
The poisoned arrows of the key transformed his body into stone, and there he has stood ever since, his watch eternal. Our savior.
What about my mom? Did she know what had happened to him?
Oh. Why, of course she did. It was, after all, she and Seto who asked me to seal off the cave.
But why? Why did she never tell me the truth?
Because she knew that if she did, you would attempt to seek your father out all by yourself. Your parents strove to keep our veil safe. But there is one thing they fought even harder to protect. You, Nanaki, their son.
She was afraid, because I was too small and weak.
Back then, perhaps, but not anymore, heavens no. You've become a fine warrior in your own right. And that is precisely why I brought you here. But this is not where your journey is meant to end, my dear boy. You must leave the veil once more.
But I'm a Watcher now. I gotta protect our home like he did.
Listen to me, Nanaki. When I first heard your friend's emphatic warnings, I dismissed them outright. No more than the ravings of misguided youths. When you've lived as long as I have, you start to believe you've seen it all, that no surprises remain. But I realize now how very foolish I have been. The eyes that I thought saw the world clearly have grown blind to new possibilities.
But...
I would hate to impede your progress any further. I bid you leave, Nanaki, before, like me, you become inured to your own ignorance. With sharper eyes and keener ears, go forth and in my stead seek the great truths of our world. Look after him for me.
Don't worry. We will.
What are you guys doing in the scene? Get out of here. It's a moment between these two.
You failed this trial, my boy. Continue your training and try again. Are you up to the task, Nanaki?
You bet I am. After all. I am Nanaki, Watcher of Cosmo Canyon, and son of Seto, protector of our veil.
I ain't crying. Shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so now, in the original, sorry, in the real FF7, after that scene, it ends and we end up here. Also, with that scene, notice how you felt nothing? Notice how that scene, that version of it, doesn't evoke any emotion at all. Anyway, let's continue. Shall we get moving?
So this is it? Red 13?
That's just the way it goes. You came in handy at times. Wait for me! I'm coming too!
Nani?
Cloud, please look after Nanaki. What happened? I think I grew up a little. That's what happened. Ooh-woo. Come back whenever you need my knowledge. Okay. All right, see you, old man. Time to continue the game. So, yeah, you would think that that's, that point where he hops up and, you know, howls to his father, the stone and all that, you know, the tears. That's where the scene logically should end, at the apex climax of the scene. But clearly, hardware limitations are no longer an issue, so now we can do this. I'm not crying. Shit.
Hearken unto me. My name is Gi Natak. O brave and noble Seto, I beseech you once more, hear the urgent pleas of my people. My thanks, Seto. You are as magnanimous as ever. The warrior Nanaki, and you, the Cetra. Come with me.
For even more exposition and filler.
Oh, an exciting turn of events indeed.
No, it wasn't. It's not exciting at all.
You up for 2,000.
Who is that? Oh no. Hello boys, it's me, Sephiroth. piss off, Sephiroth. Sephiroth, you do not need to be in every single scene in this game, all right? Get the fuck out of here. Jesus. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, you thought the scene was gonna be over at the climax of Red 13 and Seto's dad? No. No. There's so much more to this area that needs to be rebirthed and remade. Oh my god. Who thought this was good writing? I don't know. I don't know, man. Who thought any of this was good? Glad you skipped this, but look what you missed out on. Look at this. You missed out on this guy.
Now let us begin our journey.
Not so fast. What's in it for us? Unless it's materia, you can count me out.
How strange you should mention materia. My people are also in search of it.
Okay, all aboard!
Yuffie, who's just like on an endless stream of speed and meth and Molly and ecstasy. Oh god. Yuffie cosplaying as Yuffie.
Would have stayed longer if I could.
God.
But I'll be back soon.
Why does Rebirth love Yuffie so much? I don't know. Hey, remember when the scene was about Red? Yep, well, no. Here we are on the Disney Joyride. This is absolutely the theme park approach to Final Fantasy VII. What an expensive waste of time.
Maybe try swaying with the rocking of the boat?
I wanna move less, not more.
Didn't seem to mind when you jumped aboard.
Only because he mentioned materia.
Be quiet. The planet is listening. And what's wrong with that? Anything that reaches the planet's ears, in due time, reaches those of the Cetra. Unfortunately, the Cetra are not a tolerant people.
The Cetra are racist? Ooh. This is my postmodernist interpretation of the Cetra. BuzzFeed.
You are indeed one of them. By lineage alone.
BuzzFeed, top 10 reasons the Cetra are racist. You won't believe number 6.
You history that has been lost to time.
Their history?
Consider your ignorance a blessing. The Cetra's past is fraught with horror and sorrow.
The remakes are simply an exploitation of people's love for these characters. They are. No, they are, unironically. They are. Wait.
So there I am.
No.
On the ground. Bleeding.
No! No! Why would you insert this? Why would you put this in Cosmo Canyon? Please, this, I have to be wrong. No, I must be wrong. This can't be in Cosmo Canyon scene.
The wind picks up out of nowhere.
No, it is. No, I was wrong. Nope, this.
Right out of my body.
This can't be right. What? This can't be right. Please tell me this doesn't lead back. It does lead back into Cosmo Canyon. Oh, you are kidding me. You are kidding me. This is in Cosmo Canyon.
Sounds like what happened to me. Whole freaking army unloading on my position. I'm feeling every single bullet.
and then a fake ghost stopped the bullet.
But then,
And I survived. In the multiverse. Modi world, actually.
1 minute, I'm out.
Checkmate,
And
atheists.
the next,
Oh, God, why? Why? What is this? I was supposed to be doing a shot-by-shot comparison of Red 13 and Cosmo Canyon. What am I supposed to do with this?
Can't think that way.
Can't not think that way.
You know what's crazy?
Their luck runs
Look
out,
how
mine
long this
doesn't.
segment is.
I'm
Look
gonna
how
wanna
long
get-
this is as well.
Okay, time to walk around Midgar with Biggs for a while.
So,
I'm Zach.
hey, why don't you try picking up some work as a merc? Public security will even bother.
Gotta try picking up some work as a merc.
Yeah.
What?
Not a soul.
How
Well,
is this an improvement
too, right?
upon the original?
Who's there?
Oh God, it gets even worse.
Recruit?
It gets even
As if I'd
worse.
ever joined Avalanche.
Oh,
I just came to see what
another
kind of
filler
morons would
character.
fall for your dumbass propaganda. That's all. But I should have known. Nobody could be that stupid. Anyway, I'm out, losers.
Okay, thank you for leaving, please. Oh my God, get out of here.
I told you I wasn't cut out for a leading role. And here I thought I might have been saved for a reason. Some higher purpose. Sorry for wasting your time.
Don't be sorry, Biggs. It's already been wasted. And a lot more is gonna get wasted. Believe that. Oh, God.
How did any of this get greenlit?
Biggs! It's up to us to find our own purpose. I mean, who says it's gotta be one way? Everyone's sitting back, acting like the world's doomed. But the
Generic
future's not set in
dialogue.
stone. We're not powerless. So long as we don't lose sight of what's important. You know, what matters most of all when the going gets tough. I don't know, hopes, dreams, maybe? Something like that. So long as we've got those. And hold on tight and never let go.
Like this?
Is Zach just Titus?
Like your life depends on it.
Is Zach just Titus mixed with Sora? Is that what he really was all along?
It's a start. Anyway, I gotta run. I'll be sure to pay a visit to Cloud when I get the chance.
See ya. Think about
Jesus
what I
fuck,
said.
these games like to yap worthless stuff.
It's worthless. I'm sorry, this scene is worthless. It's generic dialogue with 3-second pauses between every line. Nothing of value is said. It doesn't improve upon the original. It's rubbish. This is just rubbish. Oh God, and it goes on even longer. Oh God Almighty. Oh God, and here's a scene with Almighty. Why not? Why not waste even more time?
Said he'd visit too.
Oh, yay!
Did he say anything about Daddy or Tifa?
They're in another universe. Sorry.
Forgot to ask.
Aww.
One Piece has less filler than this.
Would you mind checking on Aerith for me?
Sure.
I just said that.
One Piece has better pacing than this.
We're
And
all
I'm not
headed
wrong.
For the same place. You'll see your daddy and Tifa again.
Soon?
Soon enough, Marlene.
And I say that
Soon
as a fan of One Piece. I've watched 1,000 episodes. Ah, God. How did they find a way to make FF7 boring? My god, the lighting is terrible.
It's me. The wind. That was you, wasn't it? Hello in there.
And back to Cosmo Canyon. That was filler to interrupt the filler of Cosmo Canyon. This game's filler has filler in between. How? How do you even think of something so evil? How? Who can? What evil scientist came up with such a concept? That's insane. It's fillerception. It's the Filtrix. It's the Matrix of filler. Even Yuffie's exhausted. Even she can't take it anymore. Oh, God. Why would you, Turtle, as you say, why would you do this to one of the best games ever made? Why? Why any of this? Oh, God.
Welcome to the village of the Gi.
This place didn't need to exist. Well, good thing they have a Gi bench and vending machine here. Oh my God.
Welcome to our domain, children of the planet.
When you're in this area, just think of a Disney haunted house. And that's it. That's it. Theme park approach to FF7, this is the haunted house part of the theme park.
Ooh, welcome to the G house. The haunted part of Cosmo Canyon. Ooh.
Yet our spirits are condemned to linger. Outsiders such as we are unwelcome, forever denied the planet's embrace. I feel for you. Can only imagine how tough that's been. My kin now dwell within these effigies. I beseech you, lend them your ears. Long has it been since they have had an audience. Long has it been since they have had an audience.
What have these guys got to do with the story? We'll find out. They're about to get rebirthed.
They're not bound to the planet, and so she rejects them.
There is but one thing that can deliver us to us ultimate salvation, and that is materia.
So an ultimate materia? Where is it? You gotta tell me!
In the materia of peace, we shall find the end for which we have long yearned.
All set!
Right, so they're from another planet. A thing that is literally never ever said or hinted at in the original. But anyway, in this, because it's the fake FF7, they're from FF10's planet, I guess. And here we go. Holy shit.
Therefore, we ask that you retrieve it. The black materia, key to our oblivion.
Pause.
Please. It alone can liberate us from this endless dream.
Pause.
The key cannot rest until our sacred treasure has been restored to us.
Just drags on forever.
Moreover, in redressing the crime of her ancestors, the Cetra may help us to let go our ancient grudge.
But like, what, I mean, am I misunderstanding this? Like, I feel like this guy's being an asshole. It's like, all we wanted to do was nuke the entire planet so that we could finally die. Yet her ancestors selfishly stopped us from destroying the entire world. Like, am I missing something here? Like, what? This is stupid. This is stupid and unnecessary.
It is said the orb lies within a place of Setto worship.
A place of Setto worship? Or temple?
You know what?
How did literally none of these characters have a problem with this or call them out on this bullshit?
I have an idea. At least, I think I do.
I think this guy is the voice actor for the original trailer. You know, the very, very first teaser you saw back in 2016? You know, when you thought it was going to be an actual remake? The guy is like, but now the promise has been fulfilled, or will not be fulfilled. Now the game will be remade, but not really. Lamau. I think it's the same VA. It sounds like him. Oh god, and we're back here, because why not?
I guess we're back?
I guess we are, Eris.
Yeah.
How did Red 13 sound in Advent Children? Here's how Red 13 sounded in FF7 Advent Children. Here's one line in the movie, and it's this.
There are still children with the stigma.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that was due to hardware limitations at the time, because really what they wanted to do was this.
Oh, woo! There are still children with the stigma. Kawaii, des. Woo!
That's what they wanted to do, but, you know, technology wasn't at the level where such a momentous feat could be pulled off. So, yeah. The reason this is also complete bullshit, right? When people say that, like, oh, that, like, it's a retcon. And you know who wrote Advent Children? The guy who wrote OG FF7, all right? It's this stupid Mickey Mouse voice is the retcon of the century. It's bullshit. And anyone who says that, oh, well, he's older in Advent Children. Yes, he is 2 years older. He's gone from 48 to 50 for a species that lives 500 years. That's like me aging 5 months and suddenly sounding like Ian McKellen or Saruman, all right? It's bullshit. Bullshit! There's one last Red 13 thing we gotta do, okay? Because there's always people who say, and that's why you play it in Japanese. Imagine playing it in English. No. Not even Japanese voice acting can save Red 13. You know why? Because the voice actor they got for Red is Usopp from One Piece. The same character voice. This is basically the equivalent of casting Michael Cera as Morpheus, all right? If you're gonna get someone from One Piece, I don't know, get Mihawk, get Zoro, get anyone else. Usopp's VA probably would have been good for Cat Sith in Japanese, but no, instead we get this.
Nanaki kaerimashita!
Nanaki! おかえりよ、Nanaki! 無事でよかった。よかったな。うわ、ちょっと。さあ、ブーゲンハーゲン様にご挨拶をしておいで。さあ。
あの人たちにはほんのちょっと世話になったんだ。悪い人たちじゃないから入れてあげてよ。
なんだ今の。
You know things are bad when not even Japanese VA can make it sound good.
私はここで本来の道に戻ろうと思う。今まで世話になった。感謝している。
寂しくなっちゃうな。
それを言わないでよ。別れが辛くなっちゃうよ。でもこの谷を守ることはオイラの使命なんだ。
この野郎、ずっと騙してやがったな。
It is that bad. It is that bad, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why would they do this? Why would they do this? And I assume that the executive decision behind this, or the creative decision behind this, was that they wanted to advertise this to the One Piece crowd. That's the only marketing reason I can think of. But don't you worry, chat. Just in case you missed the Usopp connection, they gave him a pirate treasure side quest. That's right, chat. Red wants to be king of the pirates. I am not making this up. All right? This is in the game. This is actually real. This is real life. Oh.
Hey, Cloud, let me see that. This reeks of sea salt, and not the fresh kind either. This thing smells ancient.
Really?
Yeah, Gramps told me about it once. Long ago, when most folks spent their lives at sea, a war broke out between some pirates.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. There's no pirates in FF7. The word pirate, I don't think even is in the game. I don't think the word ever shows up in the original. But here we are, Red 13, looking for the One Piece to become king of the pirates, because why not? Let's get the One Piece money as well.
I mean, how do you think they came up with Pirates Rampage? It's based on a true story. How about it? Want to hear?
Yeah. Why not?
Gather round and hearken to my tale. Before steel birds soared through the skies and tracks wove across the land, wooden ships were the primary means of travel. One such ship was pulled not by men, but monsters, aliens, the high seas. From the fires of war, these pirates emerged victorious, leaving crimson.
Now, while I do think it's a funny image to see a Marlboro with a, with a pirate moustache and a pirate hat, this is also absolutely stupid. But I'm gonna show you something interesting. Now, does that Marlboro look familiar to anyone? Does that Marlboro look familiar to any of you? Because I think they thought that the One Piece connection was just a bit too subtle. It was just a wee bit too subtle. And I think they just had to really drive that point home just a little bit more. Yes, we have a Gold Roger Marlboro before GDA 6. This is real life. Get used to it. Oh my god.
The world's oceans now his sole dominion. The captain is declared pirate king. As for the king's treasure, ere his passing, he took his most prized possession, quartered it, and sealed those pieces away.
You would cosplay as the pirate Marlboro? I actually think it's a funny design. My god. Oh. My god, I thought that was me. Holy shit. But it couldn't be me because it's a YouTube video. I was like, wait, I didn't have my PS5 on. Oh my god. Jump scared. Someone just team viewing my PC from a PS5.
And I, for one, can't wait.
Who put up quite a fight?
And I, for one, can't wait.
Doubtless, who put up quite a fight?
And I, for one, can't wait. And I, for one, can't wait. And I, for one, can't wait.
Alright, thank you for that, Red. Now fuck off. Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the long, sad arc of Rebirth Red. Alright? I'm sorry you had to witness that. But don't shoot the messenger, alright? I'm not the one who did that to him. Yeah. I remember when he used to be Red 13 too. To anyone who hasn't played the OG, you've only played these. Do you understand why OG fans might be a bit annoyed at some of the character portrayals in this game? Do you have some understanding, some sympathy, some empathy for why OG fans might not be entirely happy with this?